Unit 10.
Sure. To be sure.
What is the capital of England?
London is the capital of England.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
What is the capital of America?
Washington is the capital of America.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure.
How old do you think I am?
I think you're about 25.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure.
What is the biggest city in the world?
I think New York is the biggest city in the world.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure.
Who was the first European to go to America?
Christopher Columbus was the first European to go to America.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Probably.
Do you think you'll get richer in the future?
Yes, I think I will probably get richer in the future.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure.
Do you think you'll use English in your job?
Yes, I think I will probably use English in my job.
Do you think plane tickets will get more expensive in the future?
Yes, I think plane tickets will probably get more expensive in the future.
Give me an example of a sentence using probably.
I will probably go to the cinema with my friends tonight. To smoke. Smoking. Cigarette. Cigar. Packet.
Do you smoke?
Yes, I smoke.
How many cigarettes have you smoked today?
I've smoked 15 cigarettes today.
Have you ever smoked a cigar?
No, I've never smoked a cigar.
Are cigarettes more expensive in England than in your country?
Yes, cigarettes are more expensive in England than in my country.
Have you ever smoked more than a packet of cigarettes in one day?
Yes, I have smoked more than a packet of cigarettes in one day. Healthy. Unhealthy.
Is smoking healthy?
No, smoking isn't healthy.
What kind of food is healthy?
Fruit and vegetables are healthy.
Do you think that the food in your country is healthier than English food?
Yes, I think that the food in my country is healthier than English food. Fresh. Frozen.
Where do you buy your fresh fruit and vegetables?
I buy my fresh fruit and vegetables from a market.
Where do you keep frozen food?
I keep frozen food in the freezer.
Which is healthier, fresh or frozen food?
Fresh food is healthier than frozen food. Park. Theatre. Play.
Are there any parks in your city?
Yes, there are some parks in my city.
Do you like walking in the park on a sunny day?
Yes, I like walking in the park on a sunny day.
Do you walk through a park when you come to school?
Yes, I walk through a park when I come to school.
Where do we go to see a play?
We go to the theatre to see a play.
Give me an example of a famous play.
Romeo and Juliet is an example of a famous play.
Do you often go to the theatre?
Yes, I often go to the theatre.
Have you been to the theatre in this city?
Yes, I've been to the theatre in this city.
What play did you see?
I saw Macbeth. Air. The countryside.
Are you from a city or the countryside?
I'm from the countryside.
Do you know anyone who lives in the countryside?
Yes, I know someone who lives in the countryside.
Who?
My brother.
Is the air fresher in the city or the countryside?
The air is fresher in the countryside.
Do you think that life in the city is better or worse than in the countryside?
I think that life in the city is worse than in the countryside. Town. Village.
Were you born in a city, a town or a village?
I was born in a town.
Is life healthier in a city or a village?
Life is healthier in a village. Farm. Field. Grass. Cow. Sheep.
Have you ever been to a farm?
Yes, I've been to a farm.
What kind of animals did you see there?
I saw cows, sheep and pigs there.
What do cows and sheep eat?
Cows and sheep eat grass.
Where do we keep cows and sheep?
We keep cows and sheep in a field. Dangerous. Safe.
Is it safe to smoke cigarettes?
No, it isn't safe to smoke cigarettes.
Is your city a safe place to live?
Yes, my city is a safe place to live.
Is it safer to travel by plane or by train?
It's safer to travel by plane.
Give me an example of a dangerous animal.
A tiger is an example of a dangerous animal.
What do you think is the most dangerous animal in your country?
I think a snake is the most dangerous animal in my country. Seatbelt. Helmet.
Do you always wear a seatbelt when you travel by car?
Yes, I always wear a seatbelt when I travel by car.
What do people wear on their head when they ride a motorbike?
People wear a helmet on their head when they ride a motorbike.
Have you ever ridden a motorbike without a helmet?
Yes, I have ridden a motorbike without a helmet.
Do you think it's safe to ride a motorbike without a helmet?
No, I think it's dangerous to ride a motorbike without a helmet. To choose. Chose, chosen. Choice.
Why did you choose this school?
I chose this school because it makes me speak English very well.
When you were a child, did you choose your clothes or did your parents choose them?
When I was a child, my parents chose my clothes.
Do you always try hard to choose good presents for your friends?
Yes, I always try hard to choose good presents for my friends.
What kind of place do you usually choose for your summer holiday?
I usually choose a hot place for my summer holiday.
When you go clothes shopping, do you usually choose what you want quickly?
No, when I go to clothes shopping, I don't usually choose what I want quickly.
When you have a choice of drinks with dinner, what do you usually choose?
When I have a choice of drinks with dinner, I usually choose water.
When you want to learn a foreign language, do you think English is the best choice?
Yes, when I want to learn a foreign language, I think English is the best choice. Important.
Is it important for you to learn English?
Yes, it's important for me to learn English.
Why?
Because I want it for my job.
Do you think people are more important than animals?
Yes, I think people are more important than animals.
Do you think it's important to choose a good school for your children?
Yes, I think it's important to choose a good school for my children.
Are your friends important to you?
Yes, my friends are important to me.
Who is the most important person in your life?
My mother is the most important person in my life.
What kind of important choices do people make in their lives?
People have to choose where to live and what job to have. Necessary. To be necessary.
Is it necessary to cook chicken before eating it?
Yes, it's necessary to cook chicken before eating it.
Is it necessary to boil water to make tea?
Yes, it's necessary to boil water to make tea.
Are warm clothes necessary when you go for a holiday on a beach?
No, warm clothes aren't necessary when I go for a holiday on a beach.
Is it necessary to wear a helmet when you ride a motorbike in your country?
Yes, it's necessary to wear a helmet when I ride a motorbike in my country.
What kind of things are necessary for a good party?
Good music and a lot of beer are necessary for a good party.
Do you think it's necessary to eat meat to be healthy?
Yes, I think it's necessary to eat meat to be healthy.
Do you think it's necessary to be rich to be happy?
No, I don't think it's necessary to be rich to be happy. To have to. Had to.
Do you have to speak English in the lesson?
Yes, I have to speak English in the lesson.
Do you have to think hard when you speak English?
Yes, I have to think hard when I speak English.
Do you know anyone who has to get up very early in the morning?
Yes, my best friend has to get up very early in the morning.
Why do they have to get up early?
Because he is a postman.
Do you have to wear glasses to read?
No, I don't have to wear glasses to read.
Do you have to wear glasses to watch television?
No, I don't have to wear glasses to watch television.
Do you have to wear glasses to drive?
Yes, I have to wear glasses to drive.
What subjects do children have to study at school in your country?
Children have to study maths and English at school in my country.
Which subjects can you choose?
You can choose science.
Do you have to get a visa to travel to the USA?
Yes, I have to get a visa to travel to the USA.
Have you ever had to live with someone you didn't like?
Yes, I've had to live with someone I didn't like.
Have you ever had to walk home in the rain?
No, I've never had to walk home in the rain.
Do you have to drive on the left or the right in your country?
I have to drive on the right in my country.
Do you have to eat meat to be healthy?
No, I don't have to eat meat to be healthy.
Do French people have to get a visa to come to this country?
No, French people don't have to get a visa to come to this country.
Do you have to cook fish before eating it?
No, I don't have to cook fish before eating it.
Do you have to get up early in the morning at the weekend?
No, I don't have to get up early in the morning at the weekend.
Do children in your country have to study English?
Yes, children in my country have to study English.
Do children in your country have to study French?
No, children in my country don't have to study French.
Do children in your country have to study Russian?
No, children in my country don't have to study Russian.
Do you have to go to a very expensive restaurant to eat nice food?
No, I don't have to go to a very expensive restaurant to eat nice food.
Make a sentence with have to.
We have to eat to live.
Make a sentence with don't have to.
I don't have to get up early on Saturdays. Another. Other.
Is there another language school in this street?
No, there isn't another language school in this street.
Have you ever studied another foreign language?
Yes, I've studied another foreign language.
Which one?
French.
Give me an example of an adjective.
Big is an example of an adjective.
Give me another example.
Small.
Give me an example of an English-speaking country.
Scotland is an example of an English-speaking country.
Give me another one.
Australia.
What is my name?
Your name is Gail.
What are the names of your other teachers?
Steve and Gary.
What nationality is he?
He's Colombian.
Are there any other Colombian students at this school?
Yes, there are some other Colombian students at this school.
Are there any other countries where they speak your language?
No, there aren't any other countries where they speak my language. To get. Drunk. Sleepy. Angry.
What happens when people drink a lot of beer?
People get drunk when they drink a lot of beer.
What happens to people when they work very hard?
People get tired when they work very hard.
Do you get cold when you swim in the sea?
Yes, I get cold when I swim in the sea.
Do you get sleepy in the classroom?
No, I don't get sleepy in the classroom.
What do you do when you get hungry?
I eat some food when I get hungry.
What do you do when you get thirsty?
I drink some water when I get thirsty.
What do you do when you get tired?
I go to bed when I get tired.
In what month does it get cold in your country?
It gets cold in November in my country.
Do you get angry easily?
No, I don't get angry easily.
Do you get angry when you have to wait a long time for someone?
Yes, I get angry when I have to wait a long time for someone. Until.
What did you do last night?
I went to the cinema last night.
Until when?
Until 10:30.
Will you be here until the school closes?
No, I won't be here until the school closes.
Until what age do children have to stay at school in your country?
Children have to stay at school until the age of 16 in my country.
Have you ever been at a party until 6 o'clock in the morning?
Yes, I've been at a party until 6 o'clock in the morning.
Have you ever laughed until you cried?
Yes, I've laughed until I cried.
Have you ever studied until you were very tired?
No, I've never studied until I was very tired. Enough. Not enough.
Is £1 enough for a cup of coffee in a cafe?
Yes, £1 is enough for a cup of coffee in a cafe.
Do you think there are enough parks in your city?
No, I don't think there are enough parks in my city.
Are there enough chairs for 20 students in this room?
No, there aren't enough chairs for 20 students in this room.
Have you got enough money to buy a pair of jeans?
Yes, I've got enough money to buy a pair of jeans.
Have you got enough money to buy a bicycle?
No, I haven't got enough money to buy a bicycle.
Have you got enough money to buy a house?
No, I haven't got enough money to buy a house.
Do you know enough English to write a short letter?
Yes, I know enough English to write a short letter.
Do you know enough English to read a newspaper?
No, I don't know enough English to read a newspaper.
Do you know enough English to write a book?
No, I don't know enough English to write a book.
Is the weather warm enough to go to the beach?
No, the weather isn't warm enough to go to the beach.
Is your English good enough to be a teacher?
No, my English isn't good enough to be a teacher.
Is this classroom big enough for 10 students?
Yes, this classroom is big enough for 10 students.
Is this classroom big enough for 20 students?
No, this classroom isn't big enough for 20 students.
Are you old enough to drive a car?
Yes, I'm old enough to drive a car.
Can you speak English well enough to get a job in England?
Yes, I can speak English well enough to get a job in England.
Can you speak English well enough to be an English teacher?
No, I can't speak English well enough to be an English teacher. To touch. To carry. Strong.
What part of my face am I touching?
You're touching your nose.
Can you touch your toes?
Yes, I can touch my toes.
What kind of animals do we use to carry people and things?
We use horses to carry people and things.
Are adults usually stronger than children?
Yes, adults are usually stronger than children.
Do you have to be strong to carry a television?
Yes, I have to be strong to carry a television.
Do you have to be strong to carry this book?
No, I don't have to be strong to carry this book.
Are you strong enough to carry this table?
Yes, I'm strong enough to carry that table.
Are you tall enough to touch the ceiling?
No, I'm not tall enough to touch the ceiling.
Do you ever have to carry heavy shopping home?
Yes, I sometimes have to carry heavy shopping home. Too. Too many. Too much.
Are there a lot of cars in this city?
Yes, there are a lot of cars in this city.
Are there too many cars in this city?
Yes, there are too many cars in this city.
Are there a lot of beautiful beaches in your country?
Yes, there are a lot of beautiful beaches in my country.
Are there too many?
No, there aren't too many.
Is it healthy to drink too much beer?
No, it isn't healthy to drink too much beer.
Is it healthy to eat too much food?
No, it isn't healthy to eat too much food.
Are there ever too many people on the trains and buses?
Yes, there are sometimes too many people on the trains and buses.
Do you know anyone who drinks too much?
Yes, my brother drinks too much.
Do you know anyone who smokes too much?
Yes, my best friend smokes too much.
Is it too cold to swim in the sea in winter?
Yes, it's too cold to swim in the sea in winter.
Do you think people can be too old to learn a foreign language?
No, I don't think people can be too old to learn a foreign language.
Are children too young to get married?
Yes, children are too young to get married.
Have you ever woken up too late to come to school?
Yes, I have woken up too late to come to school.
Have you ever tried reading a book that was too boring to finish?
Yes, I've tried reading a book that was too boring to finish.
Do you think 16 is old enough to ride a motorbike?
Yes, I think 16 is old enough to ride a motorbike.
Do you think 16 is old enough to drive a car?
Yes, I think 16 is old enough to drive a car.
Do you think 16 is old enough to get married?
No, I think 16 is too young to get married.
Are you too young to get married?
No, I'm not too young to get married.
Have you ever been too ill to come to school?
Yes, I've been too ill to come to school.
What kind of things can you see in the countryside?
I can see fields and animals in the countryside.
Who do you have to buy presents for at Christmas?
I have to buy presents for my family and friends at Christmas.
Have you ever tried another English school?
No, I've never tried another English school.
Do English people always speak slowly enough for you to understand?
No, English people don't always speak slowly enough for me to understand.
If you don't sleep enough, do you get tired?
Yes, if I don't sleep enough, I get tired.
Do you get hungry if you don't eat enough?
Yes, if I don't eat enough, I get hungry.
Do you get drunk if you drink more than 2 glasses of wine?
Yes, I get drunk if I drink more than 2 glasses of wine.
Can you sit down if there are a lot of people on the bus?
No, I can't sit down if there are a lot of people on the bus.
Do you always take a camera if you go on holiday?
Yes, I always take a camera if I go on holiday.
If the weather is nice, do you ever go to the park?
Yes, if the weather is nice, I sometimes go to the park.
If you go on holiday this year, where will you go?
If I go on holiday this year, I will go to Japan.
If you study hard, will you learn English well?
Yes, if I study hard, I will learn English well.
If it's hot and sunny this weekend, what will you do?
If it's hot and sunny this weekend, I will go to the beach.
Will you still do that if the weather is horrible?
No, if the weather is horrible, I will watch television.
Will you be sleepy in the morning if you go to bed very late tonight?
Yes, I will be sleepy in the morning if I go to bed very late tonight.
If you drink a lot of wine, what will probably happen?
If I drink a lot of wine, I will probably get drunk.
If you see me in the street, will you say hello to me?
Yes, if I see you in the street, I will say hello to you.
Will you be happy or sad if you don't get any presents for your birthday?
I will be sad if I don't get any presents for my birthday. To pay. Paid, paid. Bank, account, check, cash, credit card, cash point.
Do you have a bank account?
Yes, I have a bank account.
With which bank?
With Barclays Bank.
How much cash do you usually keep in your wallet?
I usually keep £20 in my wallet.
If you buy something expensive, do you usually pay by cash, cheque or credit card?
If I buy something expensive, I usually pay by credit card.
Where can you get cash if the bank is closed?
I can get cash from a cash point if the bank is closed.
What do you have to remember when you use a cash point?
I have to remember my PIN number when I use a cash point.
How much did you pay for your shoes?
I paid £50 for my shoes.
Have you ever paid more than £100 for a pair of shoes?
No, I've never paid more than £100 for a pair of shoes.
Do you think it's dangerous to use a cash point at night?
Yes, I think it's dangerous to use a cash point at night. To lose. Lost, lost. To find. Found, found.
What kind of things do people often lose?
People often lose their wallet and mobile phones.
Have you ever found any money in the street?
Yes, I have found some money in the street.
How much did you find?
I found £10.
What do you have to do if you lose your credit card?
I have to phone my bank if I lose my credit card.
How can you get in your house if you lose your keys?
If I lose my keys, I have to climb through the window.
Is it difficult to find a good job?
Yes, it's difficult to find a good job.
Have you ever lost something important?
Yes, I've lost my dog.
Have you ever lost your keys?
Yes, I lost my keys last month.
Have you ever eaten Indian food?
Yes, I ate Indian food 2 years ago.
Have you ever read an English book?
Yes, I read an English book 3 weeks ago.
Have you ever had dinner in an expensive restaurant?
Yes, I had dinner in an expensive restaurant last October. Company. To work for. Office. Factory.
What company do I work for?
You work for Avalon.
What famous companies make cars?
Toyota makes cars.
What famous company makes computers?
IBM makes computers.
What famous company makes drinks?
Coca-Cola makes drinks.
What kind of things do people make in factories?
People make cars and computers in factories.
Does your father have a job?
Yes, my father has a job.
What company does he work for and where does he work?
He works for Sony and he works in Japan.
Do you think it's better to work for a big or a small company?
I think it's better to work for a small company.
Do you think it's better to work in a factory or an office?
I think it's better to work in an office. Ill. Illness. A cold. The flu. Day off. To take a day off.
Have you ever been too ill to come to school?
Yes, I've been too ill to come to school.
So what did you do?
I took a day off.
What illnesses have you had?
I have had the flu.
Which is worse, a cold or the flu?
The flu is worse than a cold.
Have you ever taken a day off school because you were very tired?
No, I've never taken a day off school because I was very tired.
How many days off school have you taken this month?
I've taken 2 days off school this month.
Do you always stay at home if you're ill?
Yes, I always stay at home if I'm ill. To cough. To sneeze. To yawn.
Do people who smoke cough a lot?
Yes, people who smoke cough a lot.
What happens when you have a cold?
I cough and sneeze when I have a cold.
What do English people say when someone sneezes?
English people say, bless you, when someone sneezes.
What do people say in your country?
People say, Gesundheit.
Why do people yawn?
People yawn because they are tired. Polite. Rude.
What words do we use to be polite?
We use the words please and thank you to be polite.
Do you ever yawn when someone is talking to you?
No, I never yawn when someone is talking to me.
Why not?
Because I'm a very polite person.
Has anyone been rude to you today?
No, no one has been rude to me today.
Do you get angry if people are rude to you?
Yes, I get angry if people are rude to me. All, every.
Do you know all the students in this classroom?
Yes, I know all the students in this classroom.
Do you keep all your money in your pocket?
No, I don't keep all my money in my pocket.
Do you know all the letters of the alphabet?
Yes, I know all the letters of the alphabet.
Do you know every student in this school?
No, I don't know every student in this school.
Do you come to school every day?
Yes, I come to school every day.
Does every house have a swimming pool in your country?
No, not every house has a swimming pool in my country. All day, every day.
Have you ever watched TV all day?
Yes, I've watched TV all day.
Do you watch television every day?
No, I don't watch television every day.
Do you go on holiday all year?
No, I don't go on holiday all year.
Do you go on holiday every year?
Yes, I go on holiday every year.
If you are ill, do you stay in bed all day?
Yes, if I'm ill, I stay in bed all day.
What kind of things do we do every day?
We eat and drink every day.
Is it hot all year in your country?
No, it isn't hot all year in my country. To leave, left, left. To arrive.
What time did you leave home today?
I left home at 7 o'clock today.
What time did you arrive here?
I arrived here at 8:30.
Do trains and buses sometimes arrive late?
Yes, trains and buses sometimes arrive late.
What was the last thing you did before leaving home this morning?
The last thing I did before leaving home this morning was close my front door.
At what age do children usually leave school in your country?
Children usually leave school at the age of 16 in my country.
Have you ever left the cinema before the film finished?
Yes, I've left the cinema before the film finished.
Why?
Because it was boring.
Have you ever left anything on the train?
Yes, I've left my wallet on the train.
Have you ever gone out and left your keys at home?
No, I've never gone out and left my keys at home.
Do you ever leave dirty clothes on your bedroom floor?
Yes, I sometimes leave dirty clothes on my bedroom floor.
Do you leave your bag in the classroom between lessons?
No, I don't leave my bag in the classroom between lessons. Both.
Are both your feet on the floor?
Yes, both my feet are on the floor.
Are France and England both European countries?
Yes, France and England are both European countries.
Do we both speak the same language generally?
No, we don't speak the same language generally.
Do we both speak the same language in the lesson?
Yes, we both speak the same language in the lesson.
Are you both from the same country?
Yes, we are both from the same country.
Are both of those books the same?
No, those books aren't the same. Church, library.
Does every town have a church in your country?
Yes, every town has a church in my country.
Do you go to church every Sunday?
No, I don't go to church every Sunday.
Does your town have a library?
Yes, my town has a library.
What do people use a library for?
People use a library for reading books.
Do you think old churches are more beautiful than new ones?
Yes, I think old churches are more beautiful than new ones. Furniture. Sofa. Chest of drawers. Armchair. Coffee table. Comfortable. Uncomfortable.
What furniture can you see in this room?
I can see a table and 10 chairs in this room.
What kind of furniture do you have in your living room?
I have a coffee table, a chest of drawers, and a sofa in my living room.
Where do you keep your coats and jackets?
I keep my coats and jackets in a wardrobe.
Is the furniture comfortable in your house?
Yes, the furniture is comfortable in my house.
Have you ever slept in an uncomfortable bed?
Yes, I have slept in an uncomfortable bed.
How many syllables are there in the word comfortable?
There are 3 syllables in the word comfortable.
Are all English teachers from England?
No, not all English teachers are from England.
What other countries are they sometimes from?
They are sometimes from the United States.
Have you ever danced all night?
Yes, I have danced all night.
Have you ever left your bag in a shop or pub?
Yes, I've left my bag in a shop.
Did you go back and try to find it?
Yes, I went back and tried to find it.
Give me an example of furniture we sit on.
An armchair is an example of furniture we sit on.
Give me an example of furniture we sleep in.
A bed is an example of furniture we sleep in.
Give me an example of furniture we keep things in.
A chest of drawers is an example of furniture we keep things in. Everyone, everything, everywhere.
Do you know everyone in this class?
Yes, I know everyone in this class.
Have you met everyone in the school?
No, I haven't met everyone in this school.
Can you remember everything you learnt at school?
No, I can't remember everything I learnt at school.
Do people eat the same food everywhere in the world?
No, people don't eat the same food everywhere in the world.
Is there enough food for everyone in the world?
Yes, there's enough food for everyone in the world.
Do people drive on the right everywhere in the world?
No, people don't drive on the right everywhere in the world.
Does everyone speak the same language in your country?
Yes, everyone speaks the same language in my country.
Does everyone speak the same language in America?
No, not everyone speaks the same language in America.
Have you got enough money to buy everything you want?
No, I haven't got enough money to buy everything I want. To stop.
What do cars have to do when a light is red?
Cars have to stop when a light is red.
What do cars have to do when a light is green?
Cars have to go when a light is green.
Is it easy to stop smoking?
No, it isn't easy to stop smoking.
Is there anything you did when you were a child that you have stopped doing now?
Yes, I played with toys when I was a child.
What are the two opposites of the verb to stop?
The two opposites of the verb to stop are go and start.
Have you ever stopped speaking to someone because you were angry with them?
Yes, I've stopped speaking to my father because I was angry with him. Only.
Is that the only door in this classroom?
Yes, that is the only door in this classroom.
Are you the only man in this class?
No, I'm not the only man in this class.
Is English the only foreign language you speak?
Yes, English is the only foreign language I speak.
Give me an example of something you only do when you're on holiday.
I only go to the beach when I'm on holiday.
What can we only see at night?
We can only see the stars at night.
What kind of animals only live in water?
Fish only live in water. Would.
Would you like to be very, very rich?
Yes, I would like to be very, very rich.
Would you like to live in another country?
Yes, I would like to live in another country.
Which one?
Poland.
Would you ever try beer for breakfast?
Yes, I would try beer for breakfast.
Would you ever try frog's legs for breakfast?
No, I would never try frog's legs for breakfast.
How many children would you like to have?
I would like to have 2 children.
Would you be happy working in a factory?
No, I wouldn't be happy working in a factory.
Is there anything you would like to stop doing?
Yes, I would like to stop smoking.
Ask her a polite question using would.
Would you like a cup of tea?
Are the chairs here more comfortable than the chairs at home?
No, the chairs here aren't more comfortable than my chairs at home.
Do you think it's rude to put your feet on a table?
Yes, I think it's rude to put my feet on a table.
Are jeans comfortable to wear?
Yes, jeans are comfortable to wear. Again.
Would you like to study the beginning of this book again?
No, I wouldn't like to study the beginning of this book again.
Are there any places that you would never go to again?
No, there aren't any places that I would never go to again.
Have you ever been to another country?
Yes, I've been to Spain.
Would you like to go there again?
Yes, I would like to go there again.
Would you like to be a teenager again?
Yes, I would like to be a teenager again.
Is there anything you did in the past that you would like to do again?
Yes, I would like to play volleyball on the beach again.
What are you going to have for dinner tonight?
I'm going to have chicken for dinner tonight.
Are you going to study at home tonight?
No, I'm not going to study at home tonight.
Are you going to get up early tomorrow?
Yes, I'm going to get up early tomorrow.
What are you going to do on your next birthday?
I'm going to have a party on my next birthday.
Are you going to meet your friends after school?
Yes, I'm going to meet my friends after school.
Where are you going to meet them?
I'm going to meet them at Tottenham Court Road Tube Station.
What are you going to do after the lesson?
I'm going to go to the pub after the lesson.
What kind of job are you going to get when you go back to your country?
I'm going to be a policeman when I go back to my country.
What book are we going to study next?
We're going to study Book 2 next.
This is the end of Book 1.